Is personal jurisdiction. Is personal jurisdiction. General specific. Transient consent. General specific. Transient consent. General jurisdiction is people biz dependent. If you're domiciled in that state, then you got to live in it. But your state of mind has to be intent to remain in it. If you're a business, you can be a dual citizen, state of incorporation, and where you make decisions in. Decisions have to be tested. The test is called nerve center, continuous, systematic, proportional percentage. The arguable case is focused on if contacts are extensive. It's personal jurisdiction. Is personal jurisdiction. General specific. Transient consent. General specific. Transient consent. Specific jurisdiction. Heavily fact dependent. Defendant needs minimum contacts. Claims must arise from them. In addition, it must be fair and just, but it's more built in. Minimum contacts has its own elements, purposeful availment, stream of consciousness. Also, defendant must be able to foresee it. All of specific elements have their own elements, not to mention arguments from a few Supreme Court justices. Is personal jurisdiction. Is personal jurisdiction. General specific. Transient consent. General specific. Transient consent. Transient jurisdiction, go Scalia or Brennan. Brennan said physical presence and purposeful availment. The policy behind it is reasonable fairness, but that don't jive with what Justice Scalia said. Physical presence is in itself sufficient. As long as you're served in that state, then you can be tried in it. It's voluntary, so it was your decision to be in it. Scalia's rule is rigid and it follows tradition. It's personal jurisdiction. Is personal jurisdiction. General specific. Transient consent. General specific. Transient consent. Consent jurisdiction. Actual, not fiction. Can be easy if you just agree to jurisdiction. Make a voluntary appearance. File an answer. Make a motion. It doesn't necessarily mean you agree to stay there for all litigation. There's also advanced consent. Appoint an agent for service. Form selection clause. You can lock jurisdiction in. You can also mess around and lose your chance to change jurisdiction if you fail to file in an emotion response or as a 12B defense. Is personal jurisdiction. Is personal jurisdiction. General specific. Transient consent. General specific. Transient consent.